Hey everyone, Matt Goldich here from the Sorry I've Been So Busy podcast. No new episode this week. We're back with something very exciting next week for you guys that we're looking forward to bringing you. We're reposting one of our very early episodes with one of our favorite guests, comedian Michelle Buteau. She has a great new podcast out called Late Night Whenever that you guys should definitely check out, and she's literally one of the funniest people on the planet. So if you missed this the first time around, check it out. Thanks to everybody who's been giving ratings and reviews to the podcast on iTunes. Please continue to do that. And go to our Facebook page, the Twitter, @BusyPodcast. Sorry I've Been So Busy Facebook page, like I mentioned. And thank you for all the nice comments we've gotten. So enjoy this episode with Michelle Buteau, and we'll be back next week. Stay busy, everybody.
Until I met my new best friend. My boys say I'm tripping. When they call, I'm not answering. They always get my voicemail cause
Are we rolling? Is this happening? Are we rolling? Okay, we're rolling. I start every podcast by asking whether we're rolling. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Sorry I've Been So Busy, the podcast. My name is Matt Goldich. I'm here with my co-host, Andrew Goldstein. Hello.
Hi, Matt.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you.
We have a wonderful, exciting guest coming up, someone who we both know
One of my favorites.
Someone I haven't seen in a long time. I'm excited to talk to her.
We'll get to that in a minute.
We'll get to that. This is the podcast where, if you haven't listened before, we talk about what people are busy with. Everyone always says they're so busy.
Sorry, I'm so busy.
They use it as an excuse for getting out of things. What are people actually busy with? Sometimes it turns out they are busy with legitimately important and interesting stuff, and sometimes we find that people are just making it up, and they have nothing exciting going on.
They just want to sit on a heated toilet seat.
That's true, as we have here in Showbiz Studios. We're lucky. I don't know if you want people telling us, if you want us telling people that coming in off the street.
We have warm toilet seats here at the Showbiz Studio.
Yeah.
It's an incentive to come on the show.
Yes, and we include ourselves in the category of people who sometimes are very busy with actual exciting stuff, and sometimes we really have nothing going on. Talk to me about what you have going on.
It's
Andrew.
been a weird week. I got to be honest,
okay.
dude. I am having a rough go this week.
Okay. Is everything all right on the home front?
Everything's okay on the home front. I'm just suffering from a moderate to severe case of FOMO. Like major FOMO.
Fear of missing out.
For
the people who somehow have figured out how to download a podcast but don't know what FOMO means.
I have major FUPA right now.
You have major, yeah.
Oh, no, FOMO, sorry.
Right, got it.
And
I always get those confused, yeah.
No, man, it's a big week in my guilty pleasure. It's WrestleMania week. That is the Super Bowl. That's the Oscars. That's the brokered Republican convention.
And we should just briefly mention right off the top, you're a huge wrestling fan.
30 plus years of wrestling fandom.
Former employee, can we say that?
Former employee of the WWE. I wrote SmackDown,
and I could not care less. Have no interest or no knowledge of wrestling. It's one of the only real things that separates us as
we have
friends.
So much in commmen, and yet
almost
we
everything in common. And this is one
yin and yang on wrestling. But yeah, I just haven't. I've never been able to quit it. In 1986, I became a fan, and I've been a different levels of fandom since then. Huge fan, worked for the company, and then since working for WWE, you kind of become in demand for interviews and perspective and this and that. So I've been on wrestling podcasts and wrestling radio shows and interviews and this and that. But what I wanted to say is it's WrestleMania week, and it's like the Super Bowl now where WWE comes into town, in Dallas in this case, and they set up shop for the entire week, and there's all these extra events.
Radio Row.
There's Radio Row, there's a red carpet, there's a gala, there are other wrestling shows, there's a wrestling convention where you can get memorabilia and meet all the retired, broken down, addled wrestlers.
You get to meet Bubba the Love Sponge's wife?
Yes, she's signing autographs at WrestleCon. Very big line.
That was a deep cut, but not
topical.
Yeah.
And so I'm just missing out because every time I scroll through Twitter is just pictures of all of these like degenerate wrestling friends of mine having like the best time. Like, here's me and Greg the Hammer Valentine, and it's tough.
And you typically are at this event, but
I went 4 years in a row with my buddy Rosenberg.
And this year you're just too busy.
Well, the
You're
show that I'm actually busy. The show I'm working on this is our premiere week, so I've been like locked down in a writing room all week.
It's interesting to me that you worked for the company, and then you remained a wrestling fan even after you are like on the inside. Like you
well,
sort
I
of
became
like,
a different kind of wrestling fan.
Yeah,
because once you kind of see how Oz works, how the sausage is made, so to
Sure.
speak, then, like I said, you kind of become into. And now I've become this like pundit,
Right.
So I have to keep up, even if I wanted to quit.
Yeah.
I kind of have to read recaps and watch the show a little bit.
You've been able to parlay it into sort of a second unpaid career as a. No, I don't know.
No, absolutely. It is my second unpaid career.
But also, like, I would assume there are some people who, after it leaves it where they just go open an
completely.
organic farm somewhere. They get out of the wrestling.
It's not for everybody. Yeah. And one of the things about our guest, who we'll introduce in a minute, she taught me to never judge somebody else's journey. And so I love wrestling, and I would never expect other people to share that love, because it's crazy, it's ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense of why a grown man in his 30s would still love it and still worship it and be devoted to it, spend the crazy amount of time that I do either watching or reading about.
I have my own things that I don't. I mean, some people do not like German fetish pornography. I don't judge them because they're not like me.
I'm not judging your journey. Don't judge mine.
No, I don't. I don't
judge your journey, boo.
And you have become, every time I'm like, oh, why does this guy watch wrestling? And then you're like, oh yeah, I was on this TV show talking about wrestling. I'm like, all right, good for you. You figured out a way to make it work. So
anyway, my week has been just
FOMO, a week of FOMO.
Hate scrolling on Twitter and Instagram.
I have been busy. Let's see. Was there more about wrestling?
No, I'm good.
Cut you off. I did an escape room.
Get out.
Yeah.
That does not seem like something Matt Goldich, neurotic Matt Goldich would do.
No. Well, first of all, I wasn't sure if it was something I would do. Have you ever heard, you familiar with these? People familiar with these escape rooms? Yes. So you have an hour. They lock you in a room, and you have to get out.
I'm already out.
I didn't know anything about it going in. Oh. I had no idea what it was. I had heard that I know that people I liked knew that they were fun. And my wife and I got invited to a birthday party for somebody. So there were 7 of us, and we actually only knew the couple, the person whose birthday was, her husband, and then the other people were other friends of theirs.
This is the premise of every horror movie that's been released in the last 2 years.
Well, we did like I wasn't sure, like, is it going to involve like physical things? Like, are you going to have to actually like physically escape? But really, it's the one we did, at least, which was like a combination of like powers of observation and then like solving puzzles, sort of. And it was awesome. It was so
it's like
fun.
Neil Brennan's phone is everywhere. Remember?
Yeah.
Call back to.
Yeah, basically it is that. Yeah, it was really fun, and we also
Did you escape?
We did. So I have to admit, and other people felt this way. About 20 minutes into the hour. We were. Is it making you nervous?
It is like the Jew that escapes. It's like too much.
That's what I'm thinking, and I didn't want to bring it up.
I didn't want to bring it up either.
It's National Geographic. It's every Holocaust
Rest
special.
in peace, Anne Frank.
It was not in an attic or a basement. It was ground floor. No,
I'm sure the organizers have to take that into account. Like,
I have
we
anxiety.
cannot put you in a
first of all,
small room in a Dutch house.
I have a legitimate anxiety. Go on.
It was, I mean, like you're not to give too much away, but you're in contact with, like, there's a monitor where there's sort of like giving
room
you
spoiler
clues.
alerts.
So like if you needed to get out, you could, and you have your phone also. Like they're not taking your phone away.
Mm-hmm.
Like we told them, like we have kids, like we might need to get in touch with the babysitter or whatever. So we about 20 minutes in, we were really struggling, and I kind of felt like we're not going to solve this thing. Like there's no way. This is our first time. We're not going to get out of here. It was everyone's first time. And then eventually, like, you do get a couple hints, and you figure stuff out, and you start to get this momentum, and you start to think like what you need to think like to solve these puzzles. And 6 minutes left, we found the key to unlock the door, and we got out. And
Were you so excited?
It was so exciting, and it was such a fun. Because, like, how often do you just have, like, a huge, gigantic thrill? Like, very rarely as an adult are you, like, this, like, moment of, like, joy.
I watch wrestling, so a lot.
Well, there you go. But it's, but like I'm a big sports fan. It's rare to have a moment where I'm watching a game where you're just like,
especially and you can share it with your wife because I'm sure Robin does not
and
care.
Also, with these
when
like
Syracuse upsets,
very rarely, but like this bonding moment with these kind of like, and then you feel bonded to these like basically strangers, people we just met that night were like high-fiving, like going out for drinks. It was really great.
Jamie and I did that dinner theater show. I'm not going to remember the name. But they do. You walk in and you get separated.
I've heard of it. Yeah,
and then they do like all this acrobatic stuff, and people are touching you and stuff.
No.
Sleep No More.
Sleep No More.
Yeah.
Not Sleep No More. Very similar, but it was called something else.
It was awesome, and I know they have them in a lot of different cities, and I would highly recommend it. The one thing I will say is like it involves more figuring out stuff. I would not want to do it with stupid people. Everybody contributed.
Trump supporters.
No Trump support. Yeah. Bomb the other rooms. No, but everybody was like contributed, and everybody helped, everyone was part of the team. Really, like everybody.
It's kind of like jury duty.
It really is. It was. It was good. Yeah, and
they actually have the escape rooms on. Like marriage boot camp and couples
I've heard
therapy.
them as like team bonding activities.
Yes.
Dating naked.
Yeah.
No, can you imagine? That's like a whole other thing they have to figure out. But they don't pit the couples against each other, but they put them in a room to see how they work well together under pressure.
Yeah,
well, I feel like that's
very telling.
That's like a therapy.
It really
Marriage boot
does.
camp.
It really does kind of help, serve that purpose. But it's also super fun. But like, it's also in a weird way, like it's a little nerdy. So it's like if you don't like solving like puzzles involving like numbers and letters and symbols, like you're probably not going to like it. Unless I don't know, there may have been other rooms that in the place that had less of that. But
last weekend, Jamie and I went to a panic room.
Yeah.
We had a blast.
A Jodie Foster themed.
It was great.
Yeah.
No, I feel like Jamie and I, we would argue probably within 2 minutes.
I mean, look,
work through it.
my wife and I, we're not perfect, but we do in situations like that. We tend to we sort of go into think the same mode. We have this weird mode where we can kind of but. It was great. I mean, and this other, the other people there were really good and fun and had a good time.
We have to hire TaskRabbit to put up a shelf just to avoid the argument that we will have putting up the shelf
You
together.
would have fun with this. It's no stakes. I mean, if you don't get out after an hour, they come let you out. You would have
no,
fun.
I would be into it.
Yeah.
I don't like being locked. I don't want to be locked in somewhere.
Don't do it with all strangers. I wouldn't just because
what if you did it with your mom? How would that go?
Not well. I've heard people that would
Ma, over here.
Yeah, I've heard people they go just a pair and then they get paired with a random family from Nebraska or whatever, and then you're
that's like wife swap.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. Yeah.
Name two people you would never do it with.
With do an escape room.
Yeah.
Wow.
Or one person.
First of all, you two guys are the first two people. Just kidding.
You would, if what I'm imagining is trying to do it, because you're really under a time crunch, and I'm imagining you making all these jokes in the room.
I would not take it seriously.
Being come on, man.
Okay, I'll rephrase the question.
Yeah.
Which of your brothers, Russ or Mitch, would be the better partner in the escape room?
Russ is very good at figuring out puzzles, but Mitch is pretty good too. Either one would be good.
Interesting.
Yeah.
We'll get into Russ and Mitch.
Yeah, another time. We should bring in our guest. We have a very exciting guest. Someone we've both known for a long time. I've did stand up with her back in. I don't want to date us, but probably 2003, 2004. When did you? Well,
her name's Michelle Buteau.
Her name is Michelle Buteau.
She's one of the funnier people I've ever met. I got to work with her on VH1's morning show first as she would come on as a panelist, and I would produce her.
And the audience said, "Not enough."
Not enough,
Michelle.
And then we hired her, and she became the co-host with Nick Lachey.
Yeah,
and really got to work with her on a day-to-day basis. And more so that my favorite thing about you is that it's a very stressful environment. It was early days, long early days, and obviously you work on a TV show. There's differing opinions, and it gets stressful, and it gets heated, and this and that. Things don't go the way you want them to all the time, but you were always down to escape and get a drink and just while out.
Raging alcoholic.
No, I don't mean it that way. I just mean you could always pop into Michelle's office and vent and just make crack jokes and pardon the
life
F
is
around.
too short, and it's like there was like such a like. There was so much fun working in it, and don't take this the wrong way. Well, obviously, why would you? It was so much fun working on a show that nobody watched.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Because you could
It's
just
the
like
best.
That was our
balls to the wall,
philosophy.
do anything. Yeah, exactly. So
That was
like,
Shane REP's whole philosophy: is nobody's watching. Let's do whatever we can to get noticed. So we did some crazy, ridiculous.
You
stuff.
wore a baby costume. He wore a baby costume.
I did.
You did.
Matthew,
What was the
yes.
context?
I wore a baby costume.
New dads that are actors, baby changing diaper contest, but on the producers, adult babies.
And it was dude from from Party of Five. Scott Wolf changed my diaper
because he's got like 6 kids in Utah somewhere.
And Nick Lachey changed another guy on our show who was forced to dress up as a baby, change their diaper. Scott Wolf burped me in a nude leotard wearing a diaper and a pacifier.
Your family must have been so proud.
That was my escape room.
I think your mom was kind of proud.
No, my philosophy was I said yes to everything.
Sure.
Yeah.
I was never that person who was like, that's not my brand.
I said no to the Paula Deen cooking segment. I'm like, I'm good.
Right.
Because
well, that's
of her views.
Yeah, when she started.
No, because of her excessive use of butter.
Was this after she tried to rebrand or what?
Yes, this was the rebranding.
Yeah.
When she lost 75 pounds and her apology tour.
Yeah. That was rough.
It was pretty rough.
Yeah. The Mark Furman of cooking. No. But did she come on the show? She came on the show.
Yeah.
And did you talk to her?
No, I just decided not
like,
to.
She tapped out.
Yeah.
I remember when that whole story broke, I tweeted something along the lines of Paula Deen should never talk about using a recipe using vinegar.
Yeah. Too close.
Oh, wow.
The V word.
Okay. I like the way your mind works. In 140 characters or less.
It was a fire tweet.
Oh,
It
Jesus.
was a fire tweet.
Take the wheel.
What is she up to now, Paula?
What are you up to?
What are you up to?
Okay, so-
We have Paula Deen on next week. We'll ask her.
So,
Do you remember us doing a NACA together?
Probably. NACA is the National Association of Campus Activity. We would go and perform stand-up for college students to try and get booked on their campuses.
Yes.
What city do you think? I did a bunch.
I did a bunch, too. It's a
Here's the
blur.
thing. I was so good at getting the conferences and then so terrible at booking the shows once I would do the conferences.
You're an opener, not a closer.
Even the person who was sending me out was like amazed at how many I
Who were you with?
Sophie K.
So was I.
Sure, yeah, and they were great, and so they were great at getting
Shout
into
out
the
to
conference.
Sophie K.
Sure.
I buy my
And
makeup
so-
from her.
Yeah, it's not door to door. And so I did like 5 or 6 of these around the country. I think I did one in like Little Rock. I did one in Birmingham. I did one in Portland, Oregon.
Yeah.
I did one in
I like the way you say Oregon.
Oregon.
Yeah,
Oregon.
however you said
I don't
it, yeah.
remember where
Oregon.
else I went, but I did a
Oregon.
bunch of them. And I would go and the most like people we know, like we're friends with, like Dana Doot would go and book like 200
The
college
Persian
shows.
Pony. Yeah.
We had,
Who
him on,
just got-
we had him on the bus.
He just got engaged.
I know, right? Very exciting for him. Got engaged on stage.
At the Laugh Factory.
Yeah.
It's the best credit he's
She's
got
a
on
chef.
YouTube
I
to
love
date.
that.
Yeah. And so
More views than his stand-up, I'm just saying.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, you know. But I sorry, Dan.
I loved it.
I know. So But I would go and I would book like at most like 4 stand-up shows.
Really?
And basically like, yeah.
I thought
Did
they
you
would
do
have
a ton
loved you.
Did you do a ton of colleges?
I did
back in the day?
I did a ton, mostly in February and March, because February is Black History Month and March is Women's History Month, and that's when
Right.
they mainly booked me.
Yeah.
But I always was the host, and I always wanted to like be the cool headliner, but I was always the host, and so
Yeah.
I had like a lot of catchphrases, a lot of T-shirts. I felt like
She
Old
was
Navy.
the Bill
That's how
Raftery
you do
of
well at
comedy.
the colleges. That's why I never tailored myself
You
to
were the
that,
Stuart
you know?
Scott of NACA.
Yeah, I was.
And to think I had 10 history months to work with.
I know.
I had the whole rest of the year for white men, and I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
But did you go and tour and do a lot of those? Or?
I did it for 6 long years.
Wow.
It was a lot of chicken tenders,
Yeah.
a lot of cafeteria shows,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of T-shirts, free T-shirts they gave me,
Yeah.
ill-fitting T-shirts.
Good for working out.
A lot of hush
sleeping.
puppies and sweet
Yeah.
tea. The only state I haven't performed in is Alaska. So,
Really? You've performed in 49 states?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty great.
Hawaii?
yeah, I did the Hawaii
When we were working
Comedy
together,
Festival.
you
Yeah.
left for Hawaii.
Yeah.
Is that
I had FOMO that week, too, because of all your
Yeah.
pictures.
That was good. It was fun.
Here's me drunk on the Big Island. Here's me drunk on the Little Island.
I just had heartburn the whole time. I was like pineapple and everything. It's like so much.
Well,
acid
wait,
reflux.
what I thought, you also early in your career, you did the deal for Maury Povich. You had some
was
kind
a
of
warm-up.
and they paid you in pizza, right?
They did.
Which would disqualify Matt because he's gluten free. Like Matt could never have that gig.
Oh,
Matt could never be a panelist on Maury Povich because
you don't know what life really means.
you would have done it for absolutely
The
nothing.
colleges were tough for me too because I couldn't eat the chicken fingers because they're breaded. There's a lot of times these very limited options in these small towns.
Yeah.
How did you know gluten free? I feel like is the new black right now. It was like Chipotle
For
4
me-
years ago.
No, for me,
Gluten-free
it's
History
old.
Month?
I'm going on 10 years. 10 years gluten free.
Wow.
Yeah. I had bad stomach problems. Thought I was just Jewish, and then it turned out there was an actual reason.
When you
behind
hit your 10 years, you get a really poorly baked cupcake.
Do you get manicures?
No, I bite my nails. It's
Oh, okay.
it's
10 years
problem,
you
but
get-
I'm really good.
10 years you get a chip, but it's a what do you call it? Made out of quinoa.
Yeah, you get
A rice chip?
Yeah, rice chip.
You get an air popped rice chip.
Did you do a lot of like clubs on the road too, or did you do
No.
mostly colleges and
Colleges and theaters for sassy females or like
Yeah.
gay things.
Because I remember you doing like, we would do like kind of bars and like bar shows like in the East, like this neighborhood and like,
Yeah.
sorry to reveal, Alex, where your studio is, but, we would do a kind of like, back a bar, like,
Yeah.
this type stuff.
I
And-
still love those gigs.
yeah.
What were you going to say?
No,
Sorry.
I was saying like, I just remember you and I obviously have very different styles of comedy, but you were always just someone that just made me laugh. Like I remember watching and just like sort of like for whatever reason, I don't know why it just resonated with me. It struck a, but not just me, other people. So it's
Aw,
like I'm
thanks,
not like
Will.
I'm. Well,
Is this your first?
This isn't me being like I liked it. I don't know what everyone else's problem
Is
was.
this your
but-
first threesome with two Jews?
Yeah,
No.
Because it's getting hot in here.
yeah, get a little sweaty.
I think it's just nice out today. That's all.
But you would also like had like a different energy. Like you were like fun. Like I feel like a lot of people in the shows that we would do were like kind of like down, like not downbeat, but like depressed. Like depressed people. And you were like obviously like you have like a
Well,
dark,
there's that
you
all-
weren't like you would talk about like dark or stuff, but you would like you were just had like a positive energy to
There's
you. or,
that
like,
I'm just
back-
happy to
a
be
fun
performing.
energy. Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
that back of the bar alt comedy, like
Yeah.
monotone, like ironic
Yeah.
Yes.
trope
Yes.
that a lot
People
of the
fall into.
comedians have.
Fuck,
And
didn't
Michelle,
we perform together in the back of a bar in L.A.?
yeah, we did Michael Costa, who I love, his show.
Yeah.
But there's just that sort of vibe when you
Yeah.
do a back of the bar show, and Michelle just like obliterates that with
Yeah.
her energy.
I think it's fun. You go to a bar, like when you're in your
You're like,
20s.
who is this?
I know. In your 20s and you're single, no one listens to you when you're in a bar. All of a sudden, you're a stand-up on stage in a bar, and everyone's just like, this is hilarious. Let me buy you a drink. It's like the
But, like,
best case
Michelle's
scenario for an alcoholic
Yeah.
like me.
Michelle's
you
the
go.
kind of person who can like, if the bar is like everyone's talking, not paying attention, Michelle's like, yo, bitch, over here.
Oh, yeah. I have no... I
You're
love
not going to
calling people
ignore
bitches.
Michelle Buteau on stage.
Hell no.
How similar is your stage persona to your actual but you in a bar versus you on stage?
I'm a monster. I'm just I'm just an ass. I just like love. I hate to say love and love talking to people, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Your stand-up persona is always like an extension of yourself. I suppose, but I'm actually like that, which I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. Like a lot of times, my husband, like at 9:30 at night, if we're watching like American Idol, and I start crying or I'm into it, and I'm like, J-Lo, I got the goosies too. He's just like, you need to take it down. Like you're giving me a 10, I need a 4. Because like he like shuts it down after 6 p.m. Like he's
Right.
so European. He's like 8 and 6.
He's Dutch.
Yeah.
Like 8 p.m. to 6 p.m. That's when I'm like, good
Right.
to talk to.
Yeah.
And then like he's just done. But
You're on the stand-up schedule. You're like, it's 9:30. The late show hasn't even started yet.
not even the stand-up schedule. I just feel like I have a lot of feelings.
You have a lot. You got to express them all day.
I do.
There you go.
Yeah.
Do not judge her journey.
Do not judge my
No.
journey.
Yeah.
I had to get another dog just so I had something else to talk to in the house.
How many dogs you got?
I have 2 dogs now.
Yeah.
Well, Michelle, on her way over here, we were texting, and she says, hey, can I bring a small dog? And then quickly wrote, never mind, don't worry about it. And then I was like, who are you, Zsa Zsa Gabor?
And I was like, yes.
Which I thought was pretty funny.
She's great. She like loves podcasts, and I have a lot of people. We're doing a lot of stuff to the house right now. We have I have like a stylist building me a wardrobe room. No, my housekeeper's there. We have the handyman installing some sinks. We just went to Ikea. We're getting new. We're just doing like a little makeover.
Amazing.
So I have all these people working in the house right now, which is why I'm just like
happy to be here.
Happy to be here, but also I want to like go back and make sure they're okay. And also I want to take my dog for a little trip.
Well, we'll get into that when we get into your day. I want to bring up one more thing, and then we'll go to format, right?
Yeah.
Whoa.
The first when we first met.
Yeah.
At the Buzz, when you like first came on and you and I first started interacting, my first memory of you is bonding over our mutual love of the late great Patrice O'Neill, and I sort of shared with you that I used to work with him, and you told me a great story about a very sort of vulgar way that he brought you on stage one time, and I was wondering if you wanted.
Oh, is this a top titty meet?
Yeah. Well, you just blew the punchline.
I'm so sorry.
No, but it's good. But like that, I always love that story. And like, just to let the audience know, get in my shoes.
We'll
like,
edit that out.
Like
so
literally, like the
people are more
first
surprised.
day I met Michelle.
Yeah.
We like had this like back and forth about Patrice, and then she told me this like this hilarious story that made me like really miss Patrice, and like fall in love with Michelle. It was just like so funny. Like, okay, I can mess around with Michelle because she just told me a story that
top titty meet.
But
well, I mean, like you know how they usually give credits, TV credits before someone brings you on stage.
Yeah.
And at that point, I was like, last comic standing, Comedy Central's premium blend. Like
you had some credits.
I had some credits. I mean, they weren't amazing, but they were like hard earned credits for a newbie, and he just like threw that all out the window. He's just like, she got that top titty meat I like, give it up. And I was like, well, all right, I don't know how to follow my own top titty meat, but thank you. And I went out and got a better fitting bra.
There's just a microcosm for just like there was like zero censorship in terms of like our and like the other producers' relationship with Michelle. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
I guess it's better than making something up. I guess it's better than bringing it.
It's so much better than you've seen her all over
She's been
town.
on
Yes.
Letterman.
Yeah.
No, she hasn't. She got the top
Or the
titty.
worst is like, do you guys watch Letterman? Do you guys watch Leno? So does this person. Give it up.
Oh,
I've
God.
heard that at burger
Oh,
shows.
man.
That's pretty
horrible.
insane.
Yeah. I want to find out because we're talking about this. We both know you pretty well, but I don't know what you've been up to. So we want to find. Are you still doing a lot of stand up, or are you?
Still doing stand up. Just did a half-hour special with Comedy Central.
Mazel.
There you
Thanks.
go.
Does that have a cool name?
No, it's just called the half
It's
hour.
the half hour, yeah, right.
Yeah, but I also did an album with them, and it's called Shut Up.
Perfect.
Makes complete sense.
Available on iTunes and Comedy Central Records. And I'm working on an hour right now.
Yeah.
It'll be mostly storytelling, which is my new fave thing. And I just signed this overall deal with VH1, so I'm going to develop a talk show, and hopefully the talk show will be amazing. And yeah.
It's like a whole new regime over there, and you survived, so that's great.
Yeah, I'm like a roach.
I love it. Congrats, that's amazing.
And I just filmed a pilot with ABC. Yeah.
What's that called?
It's called Dream Team.
Oh, okay. I heard about. Wait, what is it? I heard about it. Who's in it? Who else is in it? Can you
Wanda
say?
Sykes is in it, and Justin Long. It's about
It's a soccer.
It's an actual dream team.
yes.
It's so funny because you did Enlisted, which you're like Army boot camp,
Yes.
and then now you're you're in these like physical demanding sitcoms.
It's just funny when I try to do something physical.
Yeah, it's great.
That's all that is. But
Well,
I don't play soccer. It's basically about 4 couples from all different walks of life who have to come together every weekend for their
Kids' soccer
daughters.
games.
Yeah, soccer
Got it.
league. And Justin Long plays the coach trying to make a comeback, and Wanda Sykes plays one of the lesbian soccer moms who's like a low budget like Tiger Woods dad. Like it's really funny, and I'm like the angry Latina soccer mom, even though I'm not Latina or angry most of the time. I mean,
It's called acting.
exactly.
I mean,
I just
geez.
yell a lot.
Yeah, I
It's
don't know.
great.
how
You
hard
can
it is.
present Latina.
Oh yeah, I can serve some
Yeah.
Latina. Yeah, mijo.
Yeah.
That's right.
You can cook rice and beans.
Sí, tú sabes.
Were you out in LA for that?
I
Did you
was
go?
out in LA for that. Yeah.
Yeah, but you said you want to stay in New York. You like.
Yeah.
Unless,
they're getting all the
obviously,
renovations on
then
the
again,
house.
if the pilot gets picked up and you have to
I'll be by.
you'll be go both ways. Sure.
I'll go both. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was just excited because we do, when we bring a guest on, we talk about like their day and like what is keeping them busy.
Okay,
but like
bad.
I literally haven't talked to you. It's a don't judge me, my journey, but I haven't talked to you or like really interacted with you since our last sort of day at the Buzz. So like I have no idea what you could possibly have done yesterday. So I'm excited
give us like a typical day, like yesterday or
What's
whatever.
a day for
like,
Michelle
like,
Buteau? What are you so busy with?
What time does Michelle Buteau wake up?
I wake up between 6:30 and 7.
Whoa.
Even without the show?
Without the show.
You get up. Is that your dogs or that's you?
My dogs. Well, no, I get up because I don't want them to shit all over the house.
I get it.
Alarm?
No.
No, wake up naturally.
Natural body clock. But my husband and I wake up pretty much the same time.
Yeah.
He wakes up a little bit before me, but he's like, I don't know, reading or something, and then like we wake up together and
Carving wood shoes.
Yes, he's planting tulips and making cheese. And so we make coffee together and we talk about how we slept and if we had any dreams.
Wow.
That's very Dutch though, to always talk about how you slept the night before, but I enjoy it.
I talk about that with my wife in the morning.
Right?
Sure. Yeah.
And then we take the dogs for a walk, or sometimes we take them to Prospect Park because it's off leash before 9 a.m. in New York, which is really fun. And so after we like take care of the dogs and feed them, either I'll help him with the furniture business, or he'll just like go to the shop and do stuff, or like pick up furniture, or like have an auction.
The shop is off-site of your house. It's like you have to go there.
It's like a mile
and
away.
He refurbishes furniture.
He doesn't refurbish. He does minimal fixes, but we have like a woodworker and a leather person and stuff like that.
So he designs.
No, he just finds it.
And
he finds it and sells it.
Got it.
Yeah.
And then, but he's got people that
help
do that.
fix it.
If it's where does he find it?
Estate sales, auctions.
Well, you guys set up at the Brooklyn Flea.
We do the Brooklyn Flea, mostly in the summer, not in the winter, because I prefer outdoors.
Right.
But yeah, we do the Brooklyn
Well,
Flea.
I'm just saying, I saw your whole setup that one time.
But I didn't see you, right?
I saw your husband. I didn't see you that time.
Yeah.
But it was so hot, and I bought.
I was probably in line at Dough for a donut. So I'm a monster.
Yeah.
Does he have like experience with this, or like?
Well, he's a photographer,
right?
So he'll do gigs for like Men's Health and People magazine, but this is his passion project, and I just sort of jumped on board because I'm very social and I love talking to people and doing stuff. And he is like a Rain Man when it comes to furniture. Like, he just knows all these designers and the people who are like influenced by these other designers and all this other stuff, and like what year it was made and all this. And he can't remember to take the garbage out like a fucking Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but he knows all this other shit. So, it just happened when we were like in LA living there. We were getting furniture off of Craigslist. And it was like mostly designer stuff. And all of a sudden he became like this furniture hoarder. And I was like, we're not using it. We need to get rid of it. And he sold it for a lot more. And then we realized like, oh shit, Americans don't know the value of the stuff they have.
Wow.
Let's exploit them.
No, but
you
like
guys
this
are like Shark Tank.
But this is what it is though. Yes. Sharks, I present to you.
It's amazing. I know like
7%
Raymore
steak.
Flanagan, and that's about it.
Jennifer Convertibles.
Raymore Flanagan, and then
no, but
it's not just people who
are
going to spend like $2,000 for a chair. It's people who actually appreciate art and also know the designers. So we work with a lot of interior designers, who do stuff for like the Ace or like rich people.
Cool.
Yeah. So it's really fun.
Yeah, it's exciting that you have like a hobby and like a life outside of like
stand up
show business.
Yeah, show business. Yeah. Okay, so like on a day like where you helped like yesterday like you helped them with the furniture.
Helped them with the furniture. Then we went to Ikea because I'm turning my old office into a wardrobe room because I actually got all the wardrobe from Big Morning Buzz.
Oh, get out!
So it was just like 7 boxes of plus size of realness.
Your wrestling outfit.
I have the wrestling outfit. Yeah. Thank you, Minaj, Kmart. Anyways, shout out to Nicki Minaj. What? But yeah, so I'm working on that, and we went to IKEA and just spent. We almost bought a fridge. We were redoing the bathrooms. Do
you guys follow the IKEA map? Like, do you know the floor where you have to go right and then you have to go left?
No.
You don't follow the trail?
No, we know exactly what we need when we go to those spots, but we always hit the food first.
The little meatballs?
We try to order, the
Swedish meatballs?
I don't eat pork, so.
Got it.
I don't, but he does. He'll eat that shit like it's chips.
Is this the Red Hook IKEA?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you could go to Fairway and get, they have a little cafe.
Fairway's my jam, but I need to set aside, Fairway's like doing Molly. I need a day to do it, a day to recover. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like
it's
they've
great.
expanded the IKEA cafeteria. I feel like there are more options than there used to be. 'Cause
Yes,
it used to
the
just
menu,
be
yes.
the Swedish meatballs, and now it's like
fried chicken, salmon.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
the
of the day,
Smith.
ribs.
I also,
PJ Clark's.
I think that my experiences with going to IKEA are probably on a weekend, and where it's like a complete shit show with
Why?
kids screaming and just
Yeah.
like people just like grabbing whatever they can to just sort of make people calm down. It's I think
It's like going
the
to the
weekend is
Lion
probably
King.
a much more.
Do you have a problem
It's
with
crazy.
impulse purchases at IKEA? Because that's a big problem for me. I'll be like, that's an awesome looking spatula. Must have it.
No, but the good thing is like going with my husband, and we like definitely edit each other.
Yeah,
Right.
You're going on like for like a specific reason. This
Yeah.
isn't just like we just moved in and we got to furnish. This is like we're
But it is like a Shark Tank episode where we have to like sell each other on it. Like,
Yeah.
why do we need this?
My jam at the one in Newark, right by
Yeah.
the airport. They have the floor model. They have the room where you literally can just pick up an already built floor model and put it in the trunk of your car.
Wow.
literally save yourself.
That
Weeks
that was
of
my jam.
trying
Like
to
when I was single and I went to IKEA, I got like my like my night table, and I got like a couple other things that
So
was
did
like
I.
pre-built, already floor model. Like, let's do it, and it was like discounted.
I didn't get the model, but I would definitely like date guys and have them over and help me put my furniture together. And
Again, we
figure
used
out how
to
nice they
Rabbit
were.
for all
Yeah,
of that.
this is like the predecessor to TaskRabbit. It's just exchange.
Do you think the
tasks
the
for-
IKEA names, is that like a gimmick, or at this point are they like for reals?
I think
like
they're for-
putting these names on there because they mean something.
Well, I think are they named after the designers, or like what are they named after?
Like at this point, like 30 years into IKEA being a business, aren't they out of fun names with umlauts?
well, like
Swedish gibberish.
we got this this basin for the sink, and it was like it was spelled like God Morgan, like Hood Morgan, which is like good morning.
Yeah.
So I think they're just like
Right.
they're done like naming colors. They're just like eat here, like in Swedish, or like sit, or
I
almost.
kind of
sit.
want to go through IKEA with a Swedish person and have them translate. I feel like that'd be fun.
I would watch that
That'd
for
be a
like at
fun
least
remote
30 to 90
segment.
seconds. Writing's also very important. Every day you got to write something.
You write every day.
Got to write something every
In
day.
What time? Like in the afternoon? Like
Whenever the spirit moves me.
Yeah.
You know? Usually when I'm caffeinated.
You're writing jokes, or you're writing.
Whatever. Either a story or jokes or to-do list or character or whatever.
Yeah.
Right?
Are you
Oh
like
my God. Did you submit for the Chateau Buteau show?
I might have a few years ago.
I think you did. And I
Yeah.
really liked your packet.
Yeah, that was back when I was living in LA.
But you were in
before
LA,
the-
yeah.
Yeah.
And your wife's a lawyer?
She is. Yeah.
I remember this.
Yeah.
You couldn't move because we wanted you to come to do the pilot.
Really? I would have moved. We were looking to move back forever, but
Well, the show didn't get got
that's
picked
right.
up and then
yeah,
like
yeah,
canceled.
yeah. It might have just been a short term. Yeah, but that was it. Wait, that was also VH1. Mm-hmm. Man, yeah, you really that was a long.
I've been there
time
for
ago.
10 years.
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you write scripts and stuff too, or like
No.
No, you just write like it's more just stuff for you to.
Are you a notebook in the back pocket?
Yes.
Got it.
Yeah. Yeah. But I write on my computer. But
Right.
I haven't written a script for like 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even know. I'm too ADD. I don't even know how to like wrap my mind. How do you do that?
It's hard.
Find
Right?
someone to pay you to write a script. That's the only way I've found. No, it's I mean, we had Mike Weber on here, and he does that professionally, and he said, outlining is the key. I mean, I think you have to really enjoy the hard parts of it, the parts that seem like drudgery.
You have to know where you're going. You can't just sit at a blinking cursor and be like, I'm going to write 30 pages. Like,
Right.
You need to have a map.
A lot of coffee
seems
helps.
Even with the map.
Yeah.
But that's great that I try to like, if I'm really feeling lazy and like, oh man, I'm unproductive, I'll be like, I'm going to tweet something that I'm proud of.
Sometimes I'll just write 10 tweets.
Yeah.
And I won't
That
tweet any
counts.
of them, but I'll just write them.
It's good.
Right?
Counts for something. Yeah.
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 Working out, you got to work out.
Yeah.
So is that, are you on a daily
Daily. Yeah, we set up a gym in our
in the chateau?
in the house, yes. So we have a little gym. We got a Bowflex and some weights and stuff. So even if it's like 15 minutes, something.
Are you ready for Bowflex.
That's
all I
amazing.
remember from the commercial.
Is it hard to like switch in between the exercises on Bowflex? Because whenever I watch the infomercial, I'm like, yeah, it looks easy on the commercial, but it cut to me like hooking cables wrong to this
we
and
have.
that.
I guess there's different types of Bowflex.
I'm thinking of the thing with all of the cables
No.
that sort of look like the Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah,
throne, and you
like
have to
the chair.
You have to hook.
Yeah, no, there's no Joffrey. No, we have like the elliptical that's also like part elliptical, part stair climber.
Got it.
Yeah.
So is there like a routine for you for all this stuff, like writing, working out? Like, do you have like a daily routine, or you just sort of mix it up every day?
I mix it up every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you never know what's going to happen in a day. Sometimes you get an audition, and all of a sudden I have to like memorize 6 pages.
Yeah.
And get coached and do it like some, whatever.
Do you prefer like having like a regular gig where you're the thing every day, or do you prefer like being like in flux and like not and having a different schedule every day?
If it's my schedule, I prefer something different every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you were on the butt, like how long into it's over now, you can speak honestly. How long into the morning show, like the Buzz, were you like, oh man, this is getting tired? I'm getting tired of waking up
Well,
because that was 5 days a week.
It was 4 days a week.
Yeah.
Right? Or 3, I think, at some point. But
3, 4,
I didn't mind.
flexibility.
I just wanted more responsibility. I was
Yeah.
like, if I'm going to wake up at 4:45 in
And
the
go
morning
through hair and makeup.
2 hours of hair and makeup, I'm just like, am I that hideous looking? I need 2 hours.
Right.
But apparently on TV, you're supposed to look nothing like yourself. I just needed more responsibility as opposed to just being in like 2 acts. I just needed something more
Makes
to do.
sense.
Yeah.
It was an hour show, and I was like in 2 of those acts for like 6 or 7 minutes.
But you were a force in those acts.
I mean, let's make it happen.
Dana.
I have 2 acts. Let's make it happen.
And that must make it hard to do when you were waking up early. It's hard to do stand up at night, I'm guessing, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'd have to be a really good show or just on the weekends. And even on the weekends, I just wanted to kind of be in and
Yeah.
be braless on my couch.
There you go. What about now? Do you do stand up? Do you do shows in the city and stuff?
Yeah, I do. I don't need to be out every night like I used to.
Yeah.
And I don't mind hosting, but I
Yeah.
want it to be a special event. I'm definitely more into the writing and like staying in Brooklyn and doing Brooklyn shows, which is really fun because
Yeah.
I feel like I could definitely.
A lot of-
There's a lot of Brooklyn shows. There's even like a Brooklyn Comedy Festival, and I feel like I can like definitely workshop more material.
Are you at the point where you're like still hustling for gigs, like emailing people and this and that, or like you're
No.
pretty much
Waiting
people are
for it to
emailing
come
you,
in.
people are calling you,
Yeah.
like do this show, do that show.
Yeah, I mean, there's there's always a to-do list for comedy, I think, and there's like I've never gotten past at the Cellar.
Right.
That's always been on the to-do list, but at this point,
You're too Latina.
I'm too angry Latina. No, I would love to work at the Cellar, but I don't know if I'd have to like
Yeah.
do all the.
It is that weird thing where like you're past where you get to a point where you feel like you're doing well, and you get past the point of being willing to do certain things to get certain things that you would want to do. You're in this like weird nether world of like
Exactly, especially when you're older and married, and we're trying to have a kid.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Is there is there a correlation between like how busy your day was and how quickly your bra comes off the second you walk in your door? Like if you had a really busy day, it's immediate. If it was like, oh,
don't you take your pants off as soon as you walk through the door and like
not
leave them
anymore.
with it? Okay.
But like if you just ran out to the bodega to grab something, you come back in the door. Is there like maybe you get 10, 15 minutes where it stays on?
It depends. Like if I'm wearing a coat where you can't really see the jiggle, I'll just like run across the street. But if I know that I need to get something specific at another bodega that's like another block away, I'll put on a bra
Right.
because I'm not saying like I am, like Louis C.K. where people are going to run up to me every 2 seconds, but people recognize me for the most part. They're always
Right.
like, "Are you on Girl Code?" And I'm like, I just say yes now. I've never been on Girl Code, but they
I am
know me
Nicole
from something.
Byer.
Oh, I love her. I wish they would think I was her. Are you kidding? No, but
no, you don't. On the off chance you are recognized, you don't want to be like, God, I saw Michelle. She's my friend. She wasn't wearing a bra.
She's a
Very
hippie.
weird.
yeah, she looks like a Puerto Rican Dolores
so
Claiborne.
funny.
Like, get your shit together.
I just always imagined your coat hook by your door is like coat, sweater, 3 bras.
Oh, that's a great idea. Like if you go under, like if you check my couch pillows, it'll be like hair ties, quarters, a bra.
I have
Right.
to say, it's so funny you
It's a
say
good
that
IKEA
because
product.
my wife, it's since we had the baby, it's sort of like if you're in for the night, you sort of know that you're staying in because you have a baby. And it's like if you don't have a plan, you don't have a babysitter, you're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
And I have noticed, like, both of us, like, pajamas on as soon as we get in the
Jammies
door.
on.
Because
It's
once
the
you're
best.
home, I mean, like, it's, you know, it's just sort and I mean, and when I say pajamas, I mean, like, you know, sweatpants and a
Sure.
T-shirt. But I mean, it's not like, you know, but it's.
What do you do at 1? Are you potty training at 1?
No, not yet. No.
Okay.
It's still early for
No.
that. Yeah.
He can walk, right?
Not yet. He can walk with, you know, if you hold his hand or hold his hands, he can walk. Or he can, you know, he can grab onto a table and like walk along around it, but he's not.
And he recognizes you.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is he
So,
saying anything?
it's super fun. Yeah, car. He says car.
Oh,
Okay.
Says,
That's good.
You know, quack. He says quack.
Oh.
Yeah, we're pretty sure he said tractor this morning. He loves, you know, animals and things that move. Basically.
Do you fight in front of him?
Try not to. You try to keep it calm. That's someone said, like, you know, we don't really like have like
I can't
wild
imagine you
arguments.
getting super
Anyway,
angry.
No, I do, but you know,
You should
but,
see him in an escape room. Oh my god!
This guy.
I mean, you do try to keep. Someone said very early, like, if you're calm, the baby will be calm, and that is really pretty accurate. Like,
Okay.
you know, because my instinct, especially like at the beginning, like, was like, I can't do that, you know, like the you know, like changing the diaper, things that were hard or whatever, like. You know, and you kind of realize, like, the more you get flustered, the more they get flustered. And so you just try to keep a calm environment in the
Do you have a
house
nanny cam?
We don't really use it. We haven't really, you know.
Well, like you don't. What if you're like out and the babysitter?
I feel
Trust, text, you know.
Okay.
I feel like
Trust.
you will be sitting watching that nanny cam with like popcorn.
At the beginning, you are.
caramel popcorn and
No,
Pinot Grigio.
Mystery Science 3000, but
No.
like Michelle commenting on her
No,
nanny.
look, the
Yes.
first time you ever go
Ooh,
out,
what's she doing in my refrigerator?
the first time you go out on a date or something when you have a babysitter when the kid's young, you'll be like, oh, I can't wait to get out. I'm so excited to have some time. And then 2 minutes in, you'll be like, let's check the nanny cam. I mean, that's just natural.
Yeah.
But, like, you know, eventually you get used to just having, I mean, we both work full time. And so, you know,
Have you thought about having another kid?
someday maybe.
Got
It's
it. How old
right-
are you?
36, but it's too. You don't want to have two real little ones. It's too hard. I don't know. Some people,
Also, in
people have
Manhattan,
different philosophies.
it's exponentially harder.
Yeah.
If you, I don't have, but I'm
Shit,
saying
you live in Manhattan?
it's
yeah,
tough.
well, Harlem, yeah, but it's, you know, expense wise.
You said Harlem like it's not real Manhattan.
Well, it's cheaper than downtown, but
Is it?
yeah, for sure.
Oh, dope.
Yeah.
Wait.
And what about congratulations? You just got engaged.
Thank you so much.
How did you
We're
do
very
it?
excited.
Was it in a burger? Was it a wrestling?
I cooked it into the patty. It was in a Martin's potato bun. No, it was on the beach in the Hamptons where we've spent a lot of time, and it was we walked our dog, and
Cute
there's a
dog.
whole story. I'm not
I
gonna tell
think
the whole
she
story.
more meant in like a grand sense, like, how did you do it?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh.
that doesn't seem
You
possible.
seemed anti. No. It's wonderful. But I was going to say, a quick aside. You reminded me of something with Harlem. Louis C.K. has that great bit about white people just assume the second a white person steps out at 125th Street, somebody's going to stab them immediately.
Yeah.
We shot a remote for our first week of our show. It was the premise being a white girl dressed all in Trump gear goes
Yeah.
up to Harlem, and we follow her with a hidden camera, and we see if she gets like cat calls or like Trump hate.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the second the crew gets to Harlem Parks, they start unloading the van. A guy runs by and tries to steal a monitor. Like,
Wow.
the second the door opened, they stepped out. I was like, "That's
It's like Coming to America.
that's the Louis C.K. bit, and that's coming to America." It
that's
was
crazy.
like everybody like more thought it was funny than they thought
Yeah,
it was.
that's
like
not a typical.
like a
thing.
guy ran by and tried to rip something out of one of the crew guys' hands.
That is funny. That'd be. I mean, you know,
Look.
that could
Shout out to Harlem.
That could
I mean-
happen down here, though.
People are poor.
I'm not judging. I'm not judging.
People are poor and hungry, and they know they can sell that shit and
I
get
just
some
thought it
food or
was
drugs.
so-
Well,
'cause that bit
Whole
always-
Foods is opening, so
Yeah.
they need an $8 juice.
As your day goes on,
Yeah.
like when's your first alcoholic drink?
Oh, it really depends. Like yesterday,
Are you a day drinker?
I love to day drink.
During the week?
Yes.
Wow.
I'm really bad at smoking weed. Otherwise, I would be having edibles
Yeah.
like up the. I'm just terrible. If I smoke weed, I just kind of like rearrange the bathroom drawer over and over. But yeah, I love me a nice sparkling rosé, or I'm down with this beer club, so we have a lot of Belgian and German beers in
Yeah.
our fridge. They're fucking delicious.
Well, Europe, yeah, that's like a European thing to do. Have a drink during the
I
day.
guess like
or
around
something.
3-4.
Yeah.
But we were also like building stuff. So it was like me, husband, and the handyman all having like a German beer and figure out how to like install the sink.
Yeah, you deserve it. You've
do.
been working hard. Should we do should we move to our section called the blow off?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, so we have this thing that we do where we ask you to talk about a time recently when you have told someone that you could not do something because you were too busy. And then we want
Like where you've used
the excuse, sorry, I've been so busy. And then we're going to find out whether you were actually busy or just didn't want to. Is there a recent example of this?
God, there's so many. Like I got asked to do a show almost every night this week,
Yeah.
and I was like too busy.
But were you actually busy?
I was. Like I was busy during the day, but I need the night to like have for me.
Yeah.
Makes complete sense.
Yeah.
I would find any excuse to get out of a night commitment.
So many. I mean, like every time my mom asks me to visit her in Florida.
You say you're too busy.
She's doing this like annual fundraiser that she does for Jamaica because my uncle's the Archbishop of Jamaica. So like he has a lot of like orphanages and hospitals.
We're having him on next week. Talk about busy.
I know.
He's an archbishop.
I know.
He's clergy busy.
He needs more followers. So this will be a great opportunity for him to be on the show. She's doing her fundraiser this Saturday, and she wanted me to host 500 Jamaican people who are all Christian, in their 60s and 70s. I'm like, you have to understand what demo means, honey. And so, not my audience. And I did it once before when I first started comedy, and it was terrible. I made this like silent auction joke where I'm like, you better be really quiet when you're bidding for the silent auction, and like people booed me. I was like, this is a fucking fundraiser, you asshole. So yeah, I told her I was busy even though I don't have anything to do. I was like, I'm just busy doing me.
So you told your mom, sorry, I've been so busy. That's a great
You
one.
lied to
I do
her
it all the time.
to get out of raising money for orphans. It's a thing that people do.
Yeah.
It's not.
You were too busy to raise money for orphans.
I would rather
not-
cut a check.
Yeah, that
I would
makes
rather
sense,
go to
right.
Jamaica and breastfeed those children than go to that fucking fundraiser and host.
Yeah, that's how
I bet
you know
the
it's a
food would
nightmare
be
gig.
pretty fire, though,
The food?
at the fundraiser.
Yeah, I live in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. I can get Jamaica food anytime
You can get
I
a beef
want.
patty.
Yeah, like they
outside
throw
the
it at
door.
your face when you come off the
Bra
subway.
or no bra.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Was there anything else we had to talk about or wanted to talk about?
This
Is
has
there
been
anything
super
else you want to
fun.
bring up? Is there anything else you wanted to ask us or that we forgot to discuss?
No, I think we nailed it all. I mean, I really appreciate you talking about wrestling from, and I've never heard you be. I know that you love it, but I love that you're like, this is more like, what's it called, an affliction?
An addiction.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't quit it.
Yeah, like Brokeback Mountain.
It's Brokeback
Right.
Mountain with
But I
many
don't-
more guys than just the one.
Yeah. You're
You- ooh.
smelling Hulk Hogan's shirt.
Yeah.
Those are broke.
I dressed up
150
as mini Hulk Hogan on the show too.
I remember I had
Say
a
yes to
picture of it.
everything.
I can't believe he was awarded, what was it, $155 or $115 million for that dumbass sex tape, which I saw, by the way, because you showed it to me.
Yeah, I like ran into work that day like, oh my god, guys, you got to see this.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan's dick.
That's how I knew that I was sort of, I think I'm a good person or like an equality person because I felt like Erin Andrews deserved 10 times what she got, but Hulk Hogan, I was like, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's too much.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm ride or die with Hulkster. Sadly, it's not the best thing to say because of his things that have come out. But like he literally, like that poster was on my wall as a child.
He had some Paula Dean moments.
Yeah, he
though.
had some Paula Dean moments.
I had an R. Kelly poster. I took that shit down.
Yeah, at some
I
point
hear
you
you.
have to.
It's tough.
Yeah.
He brought so much joy to my formative years. It's very hard to.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's hard. It's tough, that stuff. I mean,
But I don't
these
excuse-
heroes keep falling. What's up with these
Don't-
people?
yeah.
Yeah.
Can't fly forever, my friend.
Okay, so what? Let's see. Hopefully, your pilot gets picked up.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
And the VH1 thing. So you got anything in the near? Follow you on Twitter.
Yeah.
When's your half hour air?
It aired September 5th last year.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
I knew that.
No, I did know that. I thought you said it's coming up.
No, it's just there. More people should see it.
Do you still say Miss Nasty if you're what?
No. But thank you for bringing that up. But no, that is like a 2005 Michelle.
That was when we were hanging out a lot. So that's yeah. And
Or even before.
And then panties off. I remember panties off. That became a big catchphrase.
Panties
for
off.
you.
I mean,
Yeah.
you did that on Best Week Ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my thumbs up, thumbs down, panties on, panties off. I mean, I'll be walking like around 34th Street, mainly around 34th Street area in Manhattan,
Yeah.
and people will be like, "Are you the panties? Are you the panty?" Or they'll just be like, "Panties," and I'm like, "Yes, that's me." But it's a very odd word.
Yeah.
That people just.
I'm imagining people like a guy like seeing you on the street and being like, "Hey, panties off," and then somebody else being like, "Hey, don't you dare!" And then she's like, "No, that's a thing that I said." Like,
It's
yeah,
insane.
fine,
Like
yeah.
a cop came up to me on the subway one time. She's like, "Oh my god, I love panties," and I was like, "Thank you, officer."
People just get it wrong.
Yeah.
They do. That's okay. My mom says panties up and panties down, and I was like, "Do what you got to do, girl."
All the Jamaican philanthropic people are just like, panties off!
They're like panties.
Seriously though, if anybody has a chance to see Michelle live in
Yeah.
your town, it's an experience.
You
it's
can
fun.
see her all over town.
Yeah.
She does all clubs and colleges.
Yeah.
All
If
of
you-
them.
Yeah, she's watched all of them. No. Do you, what do you got? Website? You got, where's the best place to find out?
Yeah,
people?
website, MichelleButeau.com, Buteau. Hi.
That's a lot of vowels. And you are on Twitter, Michelle Buteau? Are you Michelle Buteau on Twitter? You guys are any underscores? No, nothing?
No, I
Okay.
keep it real simps.
All right,
Follow
good.
Michelle, check out all of her stuff, and stay busy, everybody.
Stay busy, everybody. Thank you.
So busy.
Voicemail 'cause I'm busy. Whenever I get with her, say I'm busy. And I'm gonna hit you later 'cause I'm busy. Busy with her.